Hey, all right, we are live. Welcome everybody. Hey bitches, how's it going? How you doing? It's your girl Michelle Canan, also known as the Satisfied Wife. Hello, the Have It All Queen. Welcome to Turn On Tuesday. Let us get it started. Let's take a deep breath together. Yeah, roll our shoulders back, shake our tatas, get into our bodies, right? We live in our control tower for so much of our life. Let's drop in together and have a fucking amazing experience. All right, I'm coming at you live today because I want you to have the most amazing shit happen in your life, right? You want that? Say me, I want that amazing shit to happen. But I also want you to have it with less pushing and less responsibility and less feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you always have a million things to do and it's never going to get done if you don't do it and nobody's helping and you can do it better yourself and like blah blah blah. If you know what I'm talking about, you can leave a comment and be like, that's me. And as always, I know exactly what I'm talking about because a lot of times that's me, and I'm here to share the medicine that I need myself too, because I want you to not have to work so hard so that you can enjoy your fucking life and you can have more fun and also simultaneously have more voluntary involvement or leadership or like, how do I say it, right? That's like such official. Like you just want your man to just be alongside you and like stepping up and like carrying the burden or just like throwing you over his shoulder and smacking your ass and like carrying you away from the computer, which definitely happens in my house. My husband shuts the computer and he's like, let's go have some fun, meet me in the bedroom, meet me at the pool. Like, yeah, like hashtag goals, right? Like what the fuck, why are we working so hard? Like what's the whole point? It's not to survive, it's not to do more work, it's not to be more accomplished, it's to have an amazing life. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, how to take it from seeming like this kind of like a fantasy. It's not a fucking fantasy. I mean, you might see it in the movies or you might see it in social media and you might feel like it's a fantasy, but it doesn't have to be. So in this special Turn On Tuesday, I'm going to be teaching you all the secrets of how to prioritize your happiness, you, without feeling guilty, and how doing that is actually going to make you more money and give you a better marriage at the same time. Yes, at the same time, okay? And how to lean back and receive what you want instead of always needing to be the responsible one who makes sure that all the details get handled, right? Weighted the world on your shoulders, like, oh, it's so fucking exhausting. Also, in order to do that, you're going to need to set some boundaries. But in my world, boundaries are easy. So, we're going to talk about how to say no without being a bitch and also how to experience your man always motorcycle, how to experience your man always stepping up to help or take charge, right? Why are so many romance novels about the man taking control? It's because y'all want it. We want that shit, without any like annoying conversations or extra reminders or to-do lists or all the things, blah, blah, blah. Hi, everybody. I see people popping on and commenting. So if you are here, please say hello. I love you guys so fucking much. And if you're watching the replay, do hashtag replay, hashtag reslay. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I do this because I love you. Yeah, it's true. I know it's like crazy, right? We've never met. Like so many of you have never met. I've never even seen your legs. I've never hugged you. And yet I love you so much. This is all about relationships for me. I don't want to elevate alone. I don't want to just sit on the internet and brag about my amazing life. I want you to have that amazing life too. So before I get started, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Michelle Canan. And I'm also known as the Have It All Queen, one of my favorite nicknames of all time. Although I go back and forth. Is it Michelle Kin, the satisfied wife? My husband loves that one. Is it the have it all queen? Is it all the things? It's probably all the things. It depends on the day. And I'm also the founder of the Femme Flame Method. And what I do is I help high achieving women like you, like me, redefine the idea of happy wife, happy life by rekindling your most fun and juicy and lit up, confident energy so that you can step into your next level of success while also reigniting the flame of seduction and play and deeply connected love and support in your relationship and in your marriage. And I am here and you are here because we're changing the narrative for married and partnered women. And I want you to be part of this movement too, because it's really time that we understood how to have it all without having to do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, why be in a relationship if you just have to do everything or do double? That's fucking bullshit. Okay. Now, if you want to know what it looks like to finally feel that vibe, like you have it all, instead of constantly pushing and doing, so that like you're reaching your goals, right? But you're also getting to like end your day by taking luxurious baths at night while your husband is putting the kids to bed before he cleans up the kitchen because he knows you had a busy day and he just wants to take care of you. He's showing up for you in that way, which means that you get to be more creative, more laid back, more in your flow, feel more wealthy, feel more possible, feel more you, right? Remember that magical bitch you used to be in the beginning of your relationship, right? Like, I have space for you to jump on an ignition call, and I'm going to show you the easiest yet the most important way that you can shift out of that feeling like everything is weighing on your shoulders, and how you can ignite your unique turn on energy to have the fun and ease and flow as you kick ass in all the parts of your life. And the keyword here is easiest, right? And it's not going to be this like whole crazy thing. I'm going to show you like the simplest thing that you can do. I love showing women this. So on this call, we're going to look at how you might currently be trying to do this, but how you can actually bring back that passion and that ignition activated energy into your world that allows you to achieve the success that you want. And I'll show you where the biggest opportunities are. So if you want that, drop the word flame in the comments so that I can respond, or you can just drop into my DMs. And this is like a zero pressure, like just in case you can't tell, the vibe is fun and connecting and transformation and having it right now. All right, let's do it, bitches. Let us get into it right now. This is going to be how you get to have the most amazing shit happen in your life with less pushing, less responsibility, so that honestly, you don't have to work hard, okay? And you can enjoy and have more fun, and your marriage gets to be better too. And now here's the thing, right? If you're here, I'm sure that you are a hard worker and you're a goal getter and you're motivated and you're passionate and you have big dreams and big desires and you're doing the damn thing. And maybe that means you're growing your business. Maybe that means that you are like moving ahead in your career. Maybe you're making like big plans for the future of your family. And that's fucking awesome. Okay. Like, no shame in that game. Like, I'm here for the woman that wants to have it all. But what happens for a lot of us is that we lose something inside of us energetically. Something gets depleted when we keep focusing and prioritizing on all of those things out there that we're working so hard to build. And then from that place, right? Like, it feels like we move to the bottom of the list, right? Like, what I want, it's, maybe you don't even realize it, right? Because it just feels like you have so much shit to do that by the time you're done, and by the way, you're never done, right? As soon as you check something off of your to-do list, who else does that, by the way? You put something on your to-do list that you've already done just so that you can check it off and feel accomplished. I love to do that. It makes me feel so good about myself, right? Like, but we lose something in ourselves over time. And this is normalized, right? You can look around at so many relationships, or you look in movies, and it just feels like, oh, like mom life is draining, and the kids take it out of us, and like being married, like it feels like you have another kid to take care of and you have more responsibilities and nobody's stepping up to help you, and just like, do you see my face? Like, and I'm not saying it isn't real. It's real for so many women and it might be real for you. But this phase, it's not a judgment phase. It's just that it sucks. It doesn't feel good, right? Like, and we always get into that go, 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 what we call lean in energy, right? Like that you got to do it because if you don't do it, it's not going to get done, right? Your business isn't going to grow. Your house is going to look like a shithole. Your kids aren't going to get registered for school. Like you're never going to have date nights again with your husband. Like you have to take care of all of that stuff. Okay. And wouldn't it be like a fantasy, right? If you could just not do that. Well, I want to tell you that it's super important. This is a really important conversation, and I'm really glad that you're here because, for those of you, some of you might know, I just came back from taking like 3 weeks. I thought it was going to be a couple days. Like I wasn't feeling motivated. I wasn't feeling like, productive. I was like, okay, I need to take a couple days off. And those couple days stretched into a week, stretched into 2 weeks, stretched into 3 weeks where I just didn't, I just was like, fuck, I can't, I just threw my hands up in the air. I was like, I can't fucking do this anymore. And that's what happens for a lot of women. We go, we push, we do until we reach like that burnout place, until we throw our hands in the air and we're like, oh, and then we start to get resentful, right? We're just like, well, if you helped me more, if you did more, if you showed up more, if you took care of more things, like either we say it or and it doesn't come out super nice, it comes out pretty pissed off, or we're thinking that in our heads while we're like, he's never gonna do that. I have to fucking do more of that stuff. Like, and you can comment, there's no shame here, right? Like if you find yourself in that cycle or if you've been there, because knowing and recognizing that we're doing this to ourselves is so empowering, right? It's the way that we can stop that cycle and be like, no, I want to live a different kind of way. I want to have a different kind of marriage, a different kind of partnership, and it doesn't have to be a fantasy. We're going to create this ripple effect, this sea change, right? That maybe many of you saw your mom suffer in this kind of way, or other women around you, and it's time for you. It's time for us to take a stand and have a different kind of relationship experience and show other women what is possible, right? And you're healing backwards, right? For all of the women in your lineage who couldn't have relationships like that. But for those of you with kids, you're healing forwards because you're showing your kids what, how they can be loved by their man if they're going to be in a partnership with a man, or by a partner, or like what it looks like to create a life and create a relationship that feels really good, where you're really taken care of, you're really supported, but also you're feeling amazing. And that's the fucking secret. That is the secret, is that so many women are just automatically doing stuff that doesn't feel good and in a way that doesn't feel good, and just like accepting it and pushing through and powering through with this limiting belief, this soundtrack, this story going through our minds. It's like, that's just the way it is. I have to do it. It's so normalized. All right, let's cut that shit. Okay, let's stop normalizing that right now. I'm going to tell you a story, right? Like that when I realized I was going to take my first this day off, like I needed a fucking break, right? I had gone through, I was just pushing myself so hard, right? I had to show up every day in my business. I had to make more content. I had to come up with new things to say. I had to do more marketing. Why? Because my deep fear, and maybe you know this fear too, is that if I didn't do it, oh, well, everything I worked hard for was going to fall apart and I'd lose momentum and everyone would forget about me and my clients would dry up and people would find other people to work with, and just like that everything would fall apart. That was just like the fear, right? Until my husband, God bless this man, he was just like, listen, hello. He's like, close your computer. He was just like, close your fucking computer. It wasn't even like, listen, hello. He would come into the room and take his hand and just close my laptop. God fucking bless him, right? And because he did that, like I had to realize, like, all right, what's the point? Why am I sitting here and using frustration and pressure and anxiety to motivate me and keeping me moving forward? Like, why do I have my own business? Why am I creating this life if I'm making all these rules and doing it in a way that doesn't feel good for me? Because what happens when we do that is that we start living a life, no matter what you're doing, that doesn't feel good. And so the answer is so fucking simple. I told you I love easy. The answer is just to do less of what you don't like to do, or to flip around the things that you hate and do them in a way that bring you pleasure or turn on. Now, so many women are like, I can't do that. And if that is you. Hello, that's a limiting belief because I've helped hundreds and hundreds of women experience this shift in their lives, their businesses, and most importantly, in their relationships. Because if you didn't know, your relationship is your greatest asset, and your husband wants you to fucking win because when you're winning and when you're in great energy and when you're just inspired, like he's winning too. Your whole fucking family is winning. Like, of course, he wants you to be happy, but there's so much miscommunication and limiting beliefs that I really need to help you unpack, which is why I'm here, why I go live every Tuesday, why I do my work, slide into my DMs. Let's fucking unpack this. Let's change the narrative in your head and in your relationship so that you both have a different experience. I call it a win-win relationship where nobody fucking compromises, because compromise is bullshit. Compromise is let me have less and do what I don't want to do so that you're happy. And guess what? Good relationships are not built on compromise. Real talk. Real talk. And what you have to realize is your part, your complicitness in going along in this dynamic where you're doing things, whether it's with your husband or in your business or in how you mother or in how you treat yourself or in what you deny yourself that doesn't feel good. There's a cumulative effect when you show up every day, when you make decisions, when you say yes to things, either consciously or unconsciously, that don't feel good. You lose connection with your inner magic. You lose connection with your turn on, with your feeling good, with your passion, with your zest for life, with your energy. And this energy is fucking liquid gold, whether it is to your husband, because this is what I call muse energy, where him feeling that energy inspires him not only to be closer to you, but to show up more for you, to be his more confident leadership self, like, but also for your clients, for your work. You know this, when you're in flow, when you're in your amazing energy, that's when good shit happens. That's when you get, like, my clients like get accepted to speak at TEDx, and when they start dating like incredible men that give them surprise presents and fly them to different places so that they can have romantic weekends away, and when husbands like take the day off to take care of the kids, like mine did this past week. He's like, babe, I'm taking Pazzi to Sesame Place so that you can have the whole day to do whatever you want to do. I love this man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Like, and you can just be in your flow, and amazing stuff starts to happen. Right. And then it becomes easy. You don't have to yell at him in order to get what you want. Okay. And you're experiencing him stepping up and taking charge and like making moves. And you get to lean back and you get to receive what you want instead of what it's hard. It's hard. It's like an epidemic of so many women that are pushing through all the fucking time. Okay. And that is what I want to teach you. I want to teach you how to be in that flow. I want to teach you how to activate that unique essence inside of you that you know. Every time I tell women that, it's the energy of, remember when you first started dating your man and things were exciting and your nipples got hard when you thought about him and you were like, what am I going to wear and what are we going to do? And you were butterflies in your stomach and flirtatious and fun. Like, that's the energy that I'm talking about reconnecting with. And that is what we do in my Femme Flame method. That is how I work with women. What we do is we set your desire on fire, right? Like, you know what you want, but you might be really disconnected from it, or you might feel like you're not allowed to have it, or you might be a bitch or demanding if you want it. No, okay? You need to unapologetically know what you want, and that might feel so far away. So many women I talk to, I'm like, tell me what you want, and they're like, oh, well, I want him to do, it would be great if he would do the dishes. I'm like, that's it? That's all you want? That little? Like, no. I'm talking really, really, really big. Like, what's all the things that you want? And how can you unapologetically know what it is and also know that you're worth receiving it? Because then you get to like embody that you're a fucking queen, okay? And you deserve everything that you desire. So of course you always get it, because it's like, duh, like, that's what I want, that's what I deserve, that's what I'm getting, right? And then it's also easy and fun to either take the steps to make it happen, or to just like chill out because I also want you to ignite your femme flame, right? Remember that juicy, excited, magical bitch that you used to be. Let us bring her back to life. Let's raise her from the dead so you have the most fun every day because you're embodying this gorgeous, sensual power that's inside of you. And it's your unique essence, by the way. It's not like some idea of like what you're supposed to be like in order to be feminine or what you're supposed to look like. No, no, no. It's about bringing that back to life uniquely inside of you while you're prioritizing everything that brings you joy, which yes, you can do that. You can have a life where the most important things that you're doing or you're not doing are the things that make you feel good, while you're also being supported by incredible women who are elevating you and celebrating with you, like being around other women that are in this vibe. Like that's why you're watching this video, right? Like my energy, your energy combine, other women doing this is fucking magic. It creates so much momentum and possibility. It's a new kind of normal, right? We're starting a new movement. But most important, last but not least, and this is where so many other programs just stop short or they're just not including your relationship. Like, hello, like you're gonna resent your husband and you're gonna lose the passion if you have to wear his pants and also be an amazing wife simultaneously. Okay. And so I want you to learn what I call playful polarity. Fuck the rules, okay? Fuck what it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to look like rules, that is just you, just more pressure, more stress. No, I want you to learn how to have playful polarity with your man so that you both get to operate in your zone of genius while also letting it feel sexy, which means that you'll feel stronger together, you'll be less tired, he'll be stepping up in a way that feels really good for him without you needing to like micromanage or push, and you get to just like be in the vibe. That's what I call rekindling your relationship, right? So that's what I want for you. Like, I want you to understand that it's possible for you to stop using pressure, to be successful and also laid back, right? And to play with how you want to do it. Like it gets to feel good and your feel good energy gets to be the fuel. And I promise you that when you do that, when you embody that more, okay, what happens is that like you go incredibly next level with your man, because the truth is that for most of the women I work with, things are pretty good, right? Life on the surface, like lunch by the pool and having great clients and all, like things are pretty good, but there's something that feels like there's missing below the surface, and it's time for you to go to that next level with your man, to do it together, like, and just wait and see what it feels like. It's amazing, right? So if you want to ignite yourself on one of my calls, it's a zero pressure call. And we're just going to look at like maybe how you're currently trying to do that and where it might not be working, and how we can bring back the passion and the essence like inside of you, how we can ignite it back inside of you so you can bring it into your world, into your business, into your relationship in a way that allows you to achieve the success that you want. I'm going to show you where you might be stuck and what honestly the biggest opportunity is, but in like the easiest fucking way possible. Okay. Because I want you to have afternoons off and take rides in the country with your man while he's like reaches over and holds your hand, and lay in the hammock with him instead of like stressing out in front of the computer, and have super fun dates. Like, we're going to go riding my man's motorcycle tonight and he's going to take me out. Like, I want you to have all that, as well as the successful business, as well as the life as you want. Like, you can have both. That's what I mean by have it all. But I want to know what your version of have it all is. So if you want to jump on a call with me, super easy. Just drop flame in the comments or slide in my DMs. You can write flame, like, let's talk. If this is inspiring for you and exciting for you, tag a friend, share it with somebody that needs to see it. All married women and partnered women deserve to understand that you can have this kind of relationship and life, and I want you to have it too. So thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know what you thought. Leave a comment, friend request me. Just let's connect. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go do my thing, and I'll see you guys next week on our next Turn On Tuesday. Bye.